BS.
Great moments, keep them forever with Industrial Color Labs.
I'm Hank Vomard from Industrial Color Labs. What you've just seen is an exciting new way to show home movies on TV. It's called video transfer, and here's how it works. Simply bring your home movies to Industrial Color Labs and let our state-of-the-art video transfer equipment electronically copy your movies onto videotape. No need to hassle with the projector or screen. Simply put the videotape in your VCR and share those great moments with friends or relatives. Industrial Color Labs can also transfer your vacation slides or your wedding album onto videotape. We can also add music, titles, or special effects. And the best part is the price. Because we do all the work in-house, there's no minimum charge. You pay only for the number of movies, slides, or prints we convert to video. Industrial Color Labs is open to the public. Call us at 437-1155 and ask about video transfer.
Industrial Color Labs.
Right now, you can own a beautiful kayak, award-winning Carefree pool and get $500 off.
$500 off?
That's right, $500 off. If you call 1-800-THE-POOL right now, you'll get early delivery, low prices, and no payment until midsummer.
Wow.
Plus,
there's more?
That's right. This price break includes a spa action, hydrojet free. Just call 1-800-THE-POOL.
I know, 1-800-THEPOOL.
On MASH, as the unit flees a communist assault, BJ wants to hold a stateside party for everyone's families.
They'll all get together in New York and have this big dinner.
I don't believe it! The Chinese are coming!
Then we better order more food.
People aren't too thrilled about the idea.
I don't know, maybe. I don't know.
Look, Captain, my folks won't go to this party. It's not their kind of thing.
Be sure to dress for comedy on the next MASH.
MASH, Monday at 5, following Magnum on TV5. Our magazine has information for you weekday mornings at 9 on TV5.
In the news tonight, fire rips through a house in Valney, and Syracuse travelers sound relieved over federal plans to check out 737s.
Also tonight, Onondaga County Sheriff's deputies hit the recruiting trail and walking a different trail to save the county's nature areas.
While in sports, the Mets close in on first place in the National League East, and we'll take a look at the NBA playoffs as the Knicks fall into another tough game against the Celtics.
Now, Lynn Houston, Tracy Davidson, and Mike Tirico on sports. This is NewsCenter 5.
Good evening and welcome to our news. The investigation into the Aloha Airlines tragedy continues today, and as Carol Clark tells us, passengers are relieved that the government has placed restrictions on certain 737 aircraft.
The freak explosion that ripped open Aloha Airlines Flight 243 is the focus of the investigation, but there's industry-wide concern over the structural weakness of a series of the 737 jet. Due to that Aloha flight, the FAA recently placed restrictions on certain 737s. That seems to satisfy some travelers, at least for now. Aloha, American, and Piedmont Airlines all face a federal order to keep their oldest 737s at or below 23,000 feet. That affects 66 planes out of an estimated 1,000 in service nationwide.
This is for the safety of all. You know, if they don't have to pressurize the cabin, you know, we're not flying on a 737 anyway, so I'm not really too worried about it.
It's a safety factor, and I think it's very important that the safety is the main prerequisite, I would think, within airlines.
Some travelers claim it's not uncommon to experience problems during flights nowadays. Therefore, they say the pressure is on the FAA due to recent air disasters.
Incidentally, when I left Tuesday to go to Canada on Continental, I left from Dulles Airport, and after 20 minutes in the air, the plane had to return because of and landed, go back to its home base because of an electrical failure.
For some passengers, there are airplanes they won't fly in. Questions before
I have an OAG in the office, and I look it up and see what's flying before we go.
So you feel safer doing things that way then?
Yeah, there's certain for different reasons. Some of them just the way the different airlines configure them, they make them tight. Some have been around a little bit too long, yeah.
Meanwhile, the restrictions will disrupt service, but a spokesman for Aloha Airlines says the company will try to minimize the impact. Carol Clark, NewsCenter 5.
3 people in Oswego County are homeless tonight after a fire swept through their homes early this morning. The blaze broke out shortly after 7 o'clock in the multi-family dwelling at the corner of County Route 45 and Route 176 in the town of Olney. James O'Connor, his wife, and tenant were not home when the fire started.
Fire started at the base area of a chimney, worked its way up through a petition, through some balloon construction, and it fanned out in all 4 directions on both floors and into both attics.
Firefighters say the construction of the house created access problems during the firefighting efforts.
Another sign of spring showed up today along Onondaga Lake. County Sheriff's deputies made their water debut for 1988 today. The deputies placed one of the 3 Sheriff's Department boats in the water to make sure it was ready to go for the approaching boating season. The Sheriff's Department says it will again be on the lookout this year for boaters who ignore the speed limits on the water. They will also arrest boaters who operate their craft while intoxicated. Meanwhile, Onondaga County Sheriff's deputies went looking for new recruits today. Setting up shop at the Camillus Mall, a pair of deputies talked with young people about career opportunities in law enforcement.
As in any profession, you have retirements, you have people that decide to leave for other types of work, so you have to maintain a constant list to which to draw from, and that's the purpose of being here today.
The deputies say this recruiting effort doesn't signal a lack of protection for county residents. The department says it fully covers the county and just wants to have a good pool of candidates for future deputy openings.
Another area group went looking for more help today, too. Save the County lined up as many hikers as it could find for the organization's 1 annual fundraiser. Gene Young reports a special boost came from the most recent beneficiaries of Save the County's help.
These hikers all came to join in what Save the County claims is the oldest environmental walkathon in the country. And officials of the nonprofit group say without support here, they'd be in trouble.
Oh, it's critical. This is our only fundraising event. We get most money from this event, and then we have memberships, individual memberships and family memberships, but this is it. This is our fundraising event. So if we don't turn out walkers for the event today, then we don't make very much money.
These people support a group started in 1972 to preserve unique natural areas in Onondaga County. For this 17th version of the Save the County hike, some people came to say thanks. Sue and Eric Gorham, their friends and neighbors, say Save the County helped preserve the integrity of their neighborhood.
It's important to us because of what Save the County stands for, and as a group they just did a great supportive job in helping us save woods behind our homes and in the community of Bayberry.
The group stepped in to buy this land in the town of Clay. Nearby homeowners worried it might go to a developer. Instead, Save the County did what it could.
We checked out the property. It had good qualities and characteristics, and we helped them put together a purchase offer to the Boy Scouts.
So the hikers shared a fresh feeling of success, brought on by Save the County's most recent acquisition in the town of Clay. Gene Young, NewsCenter 5.
And you'll see something different if you drive downtown tomorrow. The Ida Benderson Center is getting a facelift. There's nothing wrong with the facade, but developers hope to revitalize the city and want to let the building's natural beauty show through. It's built around the turn of the century, but the facade was covered up in the 1950s. Today, that outer cover came off. Just ahead from NewsCenter 5, an unusual way to expand our vocabulary.
And making merry on May Day. Stay with us.
Open doors to success at Jacobs Business Interiors with furniture to make your office more than just another workplace. Meet all your office needs with our showroom of today's latest design alternatives. Jacobs designers cover every detail to make your workplace come to life. Visit Jacobs for your office furniture requirements. Jacobs Business Interiors, offices designed with business in mind. 735 Erie Boulevard West, near Geddes.
It's spring fever time at your local Jeep Eagle dealers. The fever's rising with great values like Eagle Premier, the exciting new American car with European flair at spring fever prices. Eagle Premier, right now you get a $750 spring bonus and the standard equipment you want. Power steering, brakes, AM/FM stereo, and more. Premier, a spring fever special that's backed by Chrysler's 770 protection. See Premier while spring fever lasts. Only at your local Jeep Eagle dealers, where you can always expect the best.
Sir, would you choose hamburger A, a Wendy's hamburger made with fresh beef, or hamburger B made with frozen?
Oh, B. Phenomenal investment in frozen beef. I snatch up this baby when everybody else is buying fresh. Before you know it,
they got a shortage, and bingo, I'm sitting on a gold mine.
Most people like the taste of hamburgers made with fresh beef, like Wendy's, the best burgers in the business.
Now all the freshness of Wendy's Garden Spot salad bar can be yours on the go. Just ask for Wendy's Garden Salad to go, only at Wendy's pickup window.
This week only, there's one place where you'll find absolutely everything on sale. One place where every TV, every VCR, every stereo, even every microwave is marked down. And that place is Silo. Because this week, it's Silo's everything on sale sale. So if you thought our prices were low before, this week they're even lower. But make it to Silo soon, because Silo's everything on sale ends Friday.
Merrymakers took to the streets and parks this morning in celebration of May Day. For the past 7 years, the Thornton Morris dancers have entertained the people of Syracuse on May Day. This morning, they went at it again, continuing a tradition started long ago in Europe. The dancing focuses on accomplishing one very important thing.
We dance to celebrate the springtime and to totally get rid of the wintertime. And there is a lot of tradition to the dancing, the handkerchiefs and the bells scaring away winter and celebrating the planting of crops in the beginning of the growing season.
And who couldn't approve of that? The dancers love performing in the sunshine. They point to today's good weather as a sign their tradition really works.
It was a year ago that two local writers played with the idea of defining the words that come out of President Reagan's mouth, words that might have very different meanings than what we think. Today, those words fill a book. It is called Contra Dictionary, and co-author Hart Seeley claims that once they had the title, the rest of the words define themselves.
It is, in essence, our version of a dictionary, as if Ronald Reagan wrote all the definitions.
The dictionary is full of biting, sarcastic definitions, and if you don't understand the words, there are pictures to add to the humor.
Working vacation, a grueling 5-day hitch at Claudette Colbert's Barbados Villa. That's the way we described it and defined it. Well, that's the way the president defined it. Ketchup. Well, ketchup, as we know, is a vegetable. Or the Reagan administration wanted us to think it was a vegetable.
Without a doubt, the book is meant to be laughed at. But Seeley admits it does examine how the Reagan administration uses words that limit controversy.
Case in point is freedom fighters. Now, the Contras themselves, if one accepts Reagan's premise that they are freedom fighters, there is no debate on whether we should be funding the Contras in Nicaragua. Nobody in their right mind is opposed to the idea of helping freedom fighters. So the whole question is, are they freedom fighters? And when Reagan, in his discussions on TV, and when reporters, for example, on TV use the phrase freedom fighters, they're really defining that whole issue.
And how do the authors define their own book?
I think the whole book is just such a hunk of sarcasm.
And both authors admit that the book is not for everyone, but the book should be on the store shelves across the country within a couple of weeks.
A celebration of 100 years of life today in Syracuse. Friends and family members gathered at Valley Vista Apartments to help Clarence Arnold celebrate his 100th birthday. Arnold, who was born in 1888, says the secret to living a long life is diet and exercise.
Now, if you got an automobile, it's what you put in it makes it run. Isn't that right? Well, what you put in is your system and the amount you put in. Oh, most people overeat, and an awful lot of them eat the wrong meal at the wrong time. You shouldn't eat a great big heavy meal at night when you're tired.
All right, Arnold was born in Malone, New York, but spent most of his life here in Syracuse. He has 1 daughter, 3 grandchildren, and 6 great-grandchildren. Still ahead on NewsCenter 5, music to make spring feel even better.
And in the 5cast, a full moon brings good luck for our May weather. Stay with us.